MoltBot, formerly known as clawdbot, is a lot in hype these days. And why should it not be? It is the first AI which can actually do things on your behalf. So it's basically an AI agent which can basically help you all the way from checking your emails to creating an app for you. I mean, you get it. It can do a wide variety of tasks. It can run on any chat app from WhatsApp to Discord to Slack to any other. It is completely open source, means it runs on your machine and you can use any LLM provider, may it be OpenAI, Anthropic or any local model. It can access the web, it can access your computer and even access the different apps you use every single day. And it has persistent memory, which means it does not forget anything you mention. Now, we can all agree that this is a new step in the AI space and that is why it is worth giving a try. Now, since this is open source, it is becoming a little difficult for the non-technical people to set it up on their end and then use it. And that is exactly why I'm creating this video where I'm going to show you how you can easily set up MoltBot and start using it. It's not going to be one of those technical setups, it's going to be a one-click deployment process. And if you follow this video till the very end, you will get it up and running. So hello everybody, my name is Yashica Jain. I'm an AI automation expert and my job is to use AI to help businesses automate their manual tasks. So if you're interested in integrating AI into your business processes, then don't forget to check out the link to our website in the description. And apart from that, I teach on YouTube because I'm a nerd and every time I try something new, I just want to create a video about it. So if you want to keep learning new things in this no-code, low-code AI space, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Alright, so now let's get into it. So here I am on MoltBot's official website. As you can see, it is the AI that actually does things. And to be honest, it is the future of personal AI assistants. If you scroll down here, they've told you how you can install it on your own machine. But don't worry, I'm going to show you the non-technical way of setting it up. Then if you scroll down here, you can have a look at the different features, which I've already talked about. And here, you'll be able to see all the different integrations it has. And then if you scroll down here, you'll be able to check out their documentation, which is very precise. And then here's GitHub, and they got like 98,000 likes in no time. So yeah, it is really trending these days. Now the thing is, it was clawdbot like 2 days ago and then it was changed to MoltBot just because Anthropic was like, no, you can't use the word clawdbot because it resonates with Claude. So they've just added this footer here saying that it's an independent project and not affiliated with Anthropic. Alright, so now talking about how can we actually set it up. So people are actually buying Mac Mini to set this up, but don't worry, we're not going to do that. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to host it on a virtual private server, which is a VPS, in just one click. It's online 24/7 and it also doesn't use your computer's resources. And for today's VPS provider, we're going to choose Hostinger, which is also today's sponsor of the video. The reason why Hostinger is ideal for self-hosting MoltBot is because it combines full control with strong cost to performance. With just one click, we will be able to deploy it on our VPS server, which is the easiest if you compare it with any other setups out there. You can customize the entire server to meet your exact requirements, and at the same time, Hostinger's VPS plans deliver CPU, RAM, and storage at highly competitive prices. It is very reliable, the bot is going to be online 24/7, and you wouldn't have to overpay as the bot scales. And as you can see, their prices are extremely affordable. They're giving you up to 71% off on their VPS plans. Now, I would suggest you go with the KVM2 plan, and here you can read its configuration. It has 2 CPU cores, 8 GB RAM, 100 GB NVMe disk space, which is going to be more than enough for deploying MoltBot. To be honest, it is enough for multiple bots and automations and is not just limited to MoltBot. So you'll find the link to this page in the description. Don't forget to use that link and then go ahead and choose the KVM2 plan. Now here you can choose for how long you would like to get this VPS for. For example, in case of 24 months, you get a free domain with 2 extra months of free hosting. Then you can choose if you'd like to get your data backed up every single day. And next up, you need to choose a server location which is the closest to you. In most cases, it will just automatically pick it up. And then for the operating system, make sure Docker is selected. Here you will be able to see the order summary. Now, since you're watching this video, you can use the coupon code Yashica15 on the 24 months plan to get a flat 15% off on your cart value. And in case you're going with the 12 months plan, you can use the coupon code Yashica to get a flat 10% off on your cart value. Now, what you're paying here is going to help you keep your MoltBot alive for a total of these many months, whichever you've selected. Mind you, this VPS is not just limited to MoltBot. You can go ahead and set up other bots and other automations, and even other open source platforms and applications. So again, you'll find the link along with the coupon codes in the description. So once you're all set, simply click on continue, complete your purchase, and now let me show you how you can deploy MoltBot on your VPS in no time. So once the purchase is done, you will land on their H panel, and now we have to go ahead and set up our VPS. So either you can just click on setup from here, or you can head over to the VPS section and then click on setup. Simply choose the location which is the closest to you or the person which is going to use it for optimal performance, and then click on next. So now it's asking me to choose an operating system. So let's search for Docker and let's select it. Next up, we need to create a root password for the VPS. So let's do that. Just make sure you securely store it somewhere. We can leave this for now and let's click on next and let's finish the setup. Now it's going to take some time to set up the VPS. So let's wait for about 2 to 5 minutes. Alright, so that's done, and now let's click on manage VPS. Alright, so now let's go to Docker Manager and let's compose. Make sure you select one-click deploy. And here, let's search for MoltBot. There we go, and let's deploy it. Now at this point, we have 3 different options in front of us. The first is the MoltBot gateway token. Now make sure that you save this token somewhere because we will need it just in a moment. So there's no need to edit it or delete it or anything like that. Just copy it and securely save it somewhere. Next up, we need to add the API key for the LLM provider that we're going to use. Now it's up to you if you want to use one of Claude's model to give intelligence to your personal AI assistant or one of GPT's models. So now let's head over to Anthropic's console so that we can get our API keys and set this up. So I want you to search for Anthropic's console and simply head over to the first link. Now this is different from Claude. It is basically Claude's API, okay? So now if you already have an account with their developer platform, then great, login. If not, you can create an account. Alright, so once you're in, just simply head over to API keys and then simply create a key. Let's call this MoltBot key. Copy the key it gives you and paste it right here. Now just in case you want to use OpenAI, then the same process, go to openai.com, create an account, get their API key, add it here. Now regardless of if it's OpenAI or Claude, make sure you have credit balance in there because it will be consumed when you will be using MoltBot. Alright, so we have saved the token, we have added the API key, now let's deploy it. And as you can see, it says your project is being deployed. So we can sit back and chill while this happens. Alright, so it has been deployed, and as you can see, the status is now running. So in order to access it, all we have to do is just click on this link, and that should take us to MoltBot, which is still named as clawdbot here. Okay, so now what you have to do is you have to head over to Overview and then add the gateway token. This is the same token that I asked you to copy while we were deploying it. So now just paste it back and click on connect. As soon as you do that, you'll see that the status has now changed to connected and it is live. Now, if you head over to chat and if you click on a new session, you will be able to see that the assistant responded. So it's saying, I just came online, fresh workspace, blank state, who am I and who are you? So now one option is to just access it through this chat interface. So every time you have to access, you'll have to come to this URL and then access it. The other option is that you can head over to channels and you can choose one of these chat channels from where you would like to access MoltBot. Now in this case, I would prefer Telegram instead of coming to this link and doing it every single time. Before I show you how you can do that, here's another thing. It's called cron jobs. So you can basically also create schedules which are going to wake up your agent and your agent is going to send you a message. For example, it can be every 30 minutes, it can be hours, days, you can select it and you can give it a system prompt. For example, every single week on Monday, you have to basically remind me about the new things that happened in the AI space, for example. So that is what are cron jobs and that can be scheduled from here. The other cool thing, the skills. So there are a couple of skills that you will be able to spot here. Now some of them are already enabled and the bot is eligible to use them. Some of them are not. In that case, you will have to actually install and enable them. And a couple of these might also ask you for API keys. Now these are some pre-installed community skills, but then we can also create more skills, and even ClawdBot can create more skills. And then there are a couple more options. You can just look into it. So coming back to the connection. So I'm going to connect it to Telegram. I'm going to access it from Telegram. And now let me show you how you can connect Telegram to MoltBot. So you'll have to head over to the config section under settings and then click on raw. Now right here, we're going to add a small snippet of JSON which is going to help us connect to Telegram. So just before the last curly brace, you'll have to add a comma and then add a space. Then you'll have to paste this small snippet, which you will also find in the description. So this is exactly how it should look like, and the only thing we have to change is the botToken. So just head over to Telegram and search for botfather. Right there, you'll see this man and just make sure the verification tick is there. And once you spot it, just click on open. Here, you'll get an option to create a new bot. If you're not getting it, you will have to send a command, which is /newBot. And then you'll have to enter the name for your bot, which would be visible. So let's call it MoltBot. And then you'll have to assign a username. The username must be unique and it must end with the word bot. Then you'll find your botToken. This is exactly what we have to copy and then paste right here between the quotation marks. Alright, after that, all you have to do is click on apply and that is done. Now head back to Telegram and search for the bot you just now created using its username. And there we go, I found it, and let's click on start. Okay, so we're getting this error that basically says that the access is not configured and basically my user ID cannot really, talk with the bot. So now what we're going to do is we're again going to head to config and then the raw setting. And here you'll spot the channel's code we just now added. So let's just change pairing to allowlist. And then after the botToken, I'm going to just add this line which says allowFrom and my user ID. Now don't worry, in the code that I paste in the description, I'm just going to update this part. So don't worry about that. And now let's click on apply. So now if I type hi, and there we go, we got a response to our message. So it just said, hey, I just came online, fresh workspace, no memories yet. Who am I? Who are you? Let's figure this out together. So let's quickly set up a persona for our bot. So let's call it the MoltBot. You are MoltBot. You're a chill, helpful assistant, more of a friend. I'm Yashica. And then let's tell it something about myself. Alright, so it's saying MoltBot. I like it. Nice to meet you, Yashica, AI automation expert, agency owner, educator, content creator, and self-proclaimed nerd. That's a solid combo. We're gonna get along. Let me log this in so I don't forget who we are. And now it has sent a second message that says, I know who I am. I know who you are. Memory files created so I don't forget. Bootstrap complete. I am officially me now. Okay, so now it's asking me for the time zone. So it helps me know when to bug you versus when to leave you alone. So the thing is with MoltBot or with MoltBot is that it can actually send you a message first without you having to send it a message. Alright, so let's tell it I'm in the IST time zone. Okay. So yeah, it's telling me the time right now. Yeah, it indeed is 11:27 p.m. So it's saying I won't spam you at 3 a.m. until it's urgent. Alright, so up until now, we have seen how we can set up and self-host MoltBot. We have seen how we can connect it to Telegram. And now it's time to discuss the use cases. You must have heard about these cool use cases people are building using MoltBot. It's all over the place. And that's actually true. MoltBot is capable of building those. But before you go ahead and start putting your energy towards building those shiny use cases, I want you to think about security for a moment. You must be very mindful of the access and the permissions you're giving it and the data that you're sharing with it. So let me give you an example. When we think about MoltBot, the first use case that is going to come to everyone's mind is emails. They would want it to access their inbox, read emails, send emails, create drafts, delete the spam emails, and basically, do the heavy lifting. But for me, instead of giving it access to my entire inbox and all my contacts where it can do anything while I'm sleeping, what I would rather do is I will create a separate email account just for my bot. And in that case, if I wanted to read a certain email thread, then I can forward it to that email where I can read it. If I wanted to be involved in an email thread, again, I can include that email, and this way I can control what it can do and what it cannot. The same thing goes with Google Drive and all of these different platforms that we use day to day. Because this is not an automation platform where you are just defining a particular action, that you have to only do this action and that too in this manner. Because in this case, it can literally do anything, anytime without your permission. And the other thing is also the security standpoint, right? If someone attacks you, you don't want to expose your confidential data. Similarly, if you're using it inside any other platform, you shouldn't just give your API keys and give it access to the entire platform. Instead, you should create a separate user for it with separate permissions and then another API key with more restricted permissions. It should be set up in such a way that if it takes any action which you're unaware of, it shouldn't cause you any loss. And similarly, if someone attacks your system, it shouldn't cause you any loss. So that should be the first thing when you're giving it any access. The other thing is that let's say you're doing a task A, and for that task you have subscribed to 4 different SaaS platforms and you're paying them like $100 a month, but then MoltBot can help you actually do that easily. In that case, it is a good choice to use MoltBot and get rid of those, $100 subscriptions and just use it there because it is saving you money. Or let's say there is a complex workflow which would take you otherwise 2 to 3 hours to create on N8N, but then MoltBot can actually help you do that in a few minutes. Then again, it is useful to use MoltBot. But if it is a simple job that would cost you otherwise less, then I don't think it is worth using MoltBot because you are still paying for the tokens. And similarly, if there's another platform out there which can easily do it for you cheaper and in a more efficient way, then again, you should go with it. Just because MoltBot is trending doesn't mean you have to use it for everything. You just need to be mindful about it. Here are a few things where I think I'm going to use MoltBot heavily as compared to like ChatGPT, Claude, or any of the other SaaS platforms. First one is reminders. Now it is really good at sending the first message or the first notification. So I'm going to keep my Telegram notifications on, and for example, I can tell it that every single day at 7 a.m. you need to send me a breakfast recommendation which is vegan, which uses so and so ingredients, etc. Or else every time I have something to do, I'm just going to type it in the chat, I'm going to forget it, and then it's going to send me a notification that Yashica, it is the time to do that task. The other part where I think MoltBot is going to be very helpful is where memory is key. If there is something where I wanted to access the previous chat memory maybe 2 months ago, or if I wanted to, use my feedback to improve the next response, then I think MoltBot is going to be good at it as compared to ChatGPT or Claude. I have yelled at ChatGPT 100 times, but it would still repeat the same mistake when I ask it to do that same thing again. For example, writing newsletters. So let's say it wrote a newsletter once, I gave it feedback, and then the second time it writes it, it is going to keep that in mind. Or for example, on a random Thursday at 10 p.m, I told it that XYZ idea is going to be great for my next newsletter, and then on Saturday, I added a few more points to it. Then when on Tuesday, I actually go ahead and write my newsletter, it can incorporate those points in my newsletter. So that is how I'm going to use its persistent memory functionality. The other thing where I think it's worth using it is for browser automations. So where you want it to access the browser, so that's also a good use case. Some people are saying MoltBot is too good and you should use it for everything. Some people are like MoltBot is too bad, not secure, you can't do anything with it. But I am saying stay in the middle. Use it where it makes sense and where it is not causing you any loss, and don't use it where it could potentially cause you a loss. But also don't miss out on this new opportunity that could also save you extra hours a week. Alright, so as promised, I've shown you how you can easily self-host MoltBot and how you can start using it within Telegram. Now, if you want to see a part 2 on the use cases of MoltBot and how you can connect to different apps and stuff like that, then do let me know in the comments below. And yeah, don't forget to like the video and do subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in working with us, then you'll find the link to our website in the description. You'll find the link to Hostinger along with the coupon codes in the description. Don't forget to use the coupon codes to get extra discounts. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Go ahead, use MoltBot, use it securely. If you have any other use cases in mind, then again, let me know in the comments. If there's a particular use case you would want me to cover, again, let me know in the comments. Alright, so I'll leave you here. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, bye!